It's been a minute since I've done a foundation wear test, so I'm gonna do that for you today. I went to Ulta, I picked up this foundation. Honestly, I only snagged it because it was right there when you first go in. I was going into the drugstore section because I wanted to snag a few items to do like an affordable product review situation. This was right there. $22. I know L'Oreal has a foundation that has a serum in it and all of that, and it goes for like 22, 23 bucks. So I figured it's fair game considering that it is Halsey's brand, About Face. This is not an old product, it's relatively new, and it's only 22 bucks. So I snagged it. I believe this foundation is available in about 44 to 45 shades. The shade range is absolutely beautiful. The range caters to light and fair complexions as well as deep and rich complexions, so I'm not mad at it. When it comes to like the medium tan shades, that's where I noticed that some of the shades are a bit less neutral, a little more on the orangey side. So I can appreciate that you can go in store and take a look at it, because if you're gonna order online at aboutface.com, you might have a little bit of a hard time identifying your perfect match, your perfect shade. But when you go into the store, although they didn't have a tester specifically for this foundation at Ulta, you are able to see right through the packaging, compare all the other shades, and try to figure out which one works best for you. This is a performer skin focused foundation. On Ulta.com, it says it is a new item. I can't lie to you, I don't remember when this launched, to be fair. It only has 13 reviews, but out of the 13 reviews, people are giving it a 4.8 stars out of 5. It is conscious beauty at Ulta, so it features clean ingredients and it is cruelty-free. It says the Performer Skin Focused Foundation by About Face is buildable, breathable, medium coverage, delivers long wear, and a second skin finish, which that's what I like. I don't mind light or medium, I just don't want it to look like a mask on my skin. The key ingredients are blue agave, wintergreen, and chlorella. Don't know what that is, but sounds like it would be amazing. It says coverage meets skincare in this skin optimizing foundation formulated with powerful ingredients like blue agave, wintergreen, and chlorella, known to help skin feel moisturized, balanced, and smoothed. I went over to the About Face Instagram account just because I wanted to be on, you know, in the know. It says that it launched on the About Face website on the 9th of January and arrived at Ulta a week ago, the 21st. So I'm excited because I'm not late to the game. Let's go ahead and give this baby a try. I ended up getting mine in M1 neutral. They also have an M2 neutral. I put these two right next to one another, and it turns out M2 neutral, although it is neutral, it's a little more on the yellow side, and I figured this one would probably work best for me. Packaging of this baby is gonna look, I like the packaging. Is it a pump though? I don't know. Here is your packaging, which it looks fun. It doesn't look cheap. I find that it looks different. It's fun. Do you twist? Oh God, what kind of a package? Okay, I thought it was gonna be a pump, which is fine. Here is our applicator. It is a chubby applicator and a rounded doe foot applicator. My hair is pinned back. I'm gonna apply a primer. I want to apply a primer that is not going to change the finish and or the formula just in general. So I'm gonna use my Kat Berkey Silk Protein Primer. I am going to apply the foundation with a sponge on one side and a brush on the other. We're gonna see which side we like the best. And if you're new here, then you should know that I have normal combo skin. So very rarely do I get super dry, very rarely do I get really oily, and very rarely do I get breakouts. And this here, that's what you call aunt flow and hormones and stress. So there's not much that I can do about that, but it's good that I have this because it'll give you guys a visual as to what the coverage is going to be like. Is it gonna cover acne spots and imperfections? We're gonna see. We're gonna start off with the one side, and I think I'm gonna do, this better work for me. This was the best shade. I'm gonna use a Makeup Geek brush I ended up getting in like a mystery box. I'm gonna tap this in. It feels super light, almost like a water. Very lightweight on the skin. It doesn't look, I did 3, what was it, 2 or 3 swipes. It doesn't look necessarily medium though, because usually medium has a little more coverage. Like I have redness on my nose. It balances it out because it is a neutral foundation shade, but it's not necessarily covering everything. I'm gonna say this is light medium, although they're saying medium. Mira, yo no sé. I'm gonna go up here and then buff this in. It hit it just a little bit, but it didn't do the most for this dark spot. What do you guys think? It balanced out a little bit and removed some of the redness. I do like the way it looks though. It looks like second skin because it's so lightweight. It is pretty luminous. I don't know how I feel about how luminous it is, but that was like the 3 swipes. So I'm gonna go ahead, let this settle because I wanna see if it's gonna oxidize. I wanna see if once it dries down and it sets, is it going to stay luminous like this? Which if it's gonna be dewy, depending on what I do afterwards, it might work, it might not work, we'll see. But I could work with that. I could work with that so far, and that's with a brush. So let's see what it looks like with a sponge. I'll do the 1 line here and then that, which I feel like that's the same amount I did on the opposite side. I have a damp beauty sponge. I will press away. I wonder what side is gonna give me more coverage. I can immediately notice there's less coverage here. Of course, beauty sponges would typically absorb some of the product. It looks less shiny though, less luminous with the sponge, but that's because the sponge did pick up the majority of any, you know, extra product. So it didn't allow anything just kind of like sit there. I'm actually liking the brush side a little better. I'm gonna apply a little more considering that it's supposed to be buildable. We'll see. I'm gonna do 2 and then 1 little dot there. I kind of like the finish. It is dewy, but it's not oily dewy, ugly dewy, messy dewy. It just looks healthy, like glass-like skin. Do I love the foundation? Mija, yo no sé. We're gonna see what it looks like throughout the day. That's why we're doing a wear test. I'm applying at 12:15. For sure, the brush side built up beautifully. Look at the coverage here on the cheek, and then here, there's less. Is it buildable? Yes. But you're going to get a different finish depending on the tool that you use. If you want a very light and natural looking finish, then you want to go with a sponge. If you want a little more coverage, you feel like you need more coverage, which look, that second layer did a really good job covering most of that dark spot, then you might want to go with a brush. I'm gonna let this set for a second. We're gonna see what it looks like once it's set. Here we are 2 minutes later and it's pretty much set. Before I touch it and give you guys feedback on how it feels on the skin, it looks so pretty. Yes, it's a little dewier right now, considering that I added a second layer. I like how healthy this skin looks. If I was gonna apply no other makeup, I would probably go with the sponge because it looks like it's my skin. Like, how did she wake up with such pretty skin? Let's touch the skin. The brush side is slightly tackier for sure. And then you have dewiness on the hand. But that's the extra. And then on this side, it almost feels dry. It's still tacky, but not as tacky as the opposite side. I want to see how it's going to play, how everything is going to look once we have concealer and bronzer and all of that. I am going to be using this product here, which has been all over social media and on TikTok, and people are raving about it. The video is already live. I'm filming more than 1 video in a day, and I don't know in what order everything is gonna go, but what I do know is that this video is already live, so go check it out. The face is on. I think it looks so pretty. I don't want you to concentrate in this area. I do, however, want you to concentrate everywhere else. Under my cheekbone and in the jaw area, I have zero shimmer, zero highlighter in these areas here, yet it looks luminous and shimmery like the shimmer blush. And even my forehead. It looks dewy, but it doesn't feel sticky in any way, shape, or form, which is good. I'm gonna do a little update later. I'm gonna give it about an hour, hour and a half, and we're gonna see what the face is going to look like just in general. I'm hoping it looks amazing because I kind of like how the foundation feels on the skin. I quite literally feel like I have nothing on my face. And that is a big deal for me because you guys know I didn't like the Lady Gaga foundation. I am just really picky with formulas. So the fact that this one, it is a celebrity, I know, but I really like this formula so far, says a lot. It is 101 right now. I will see you guys in a little bit. The skin is looking, this is what the skin looks like on the brush side so far. And here is the sponge side. It is 3:05 in the afternoon. I'm doing school pickup right now. It is 64 degrees and humidity is not even that high. Right about now, I should have brought a jacket because it's a little chilly out here. So there's no real reason for me to be sweating today. I still think both sides look so pretty. I'm always curious to see how product is going to wear throughout the day. I still kind of like the brush side a little more than the sponge side, but they both look really good. I'm back. I'm gonna bring you up close and personal with proper lighting because, you know, you can't control the sun and where it goes and how yellow it makes you look and stuff, but it is at 4:19 p.m. I'm gonna give you guys another update later on tonight after I've cooked and stuff. That's where you'll see most of the humidity because it is kind of chilly outside. Can we just say she's looking really, really good? It's fading here, just a smidge, but it's okay because it's supposed to look like second skin. I want to see what you guys see. No settling here, that makes me happy. And I don't tend to powder my skin throughout the day. It doesn't feel dewy or greasy on the skin. Like, you know when you kind of tap your skin and you go, oh my God, que grasosa. Like, I don't feel like that's going on. However, it looks like it. And this is without any humidity outside, which is why I want to kind of test this out a little longer today. And I will be cooking in the kitchen. I'm going to pull my hair back and it's going to get nice and hot in there. I want to see what this is going to wear like. See, this side doesn't look greasy. It looks luminous. So it still looks a little on the shiny side, but not as much as this one. And I think it's because the beauty sponge picked up excess product, and with that it would pick up excess oils. Remember, I used a primer that doesn't really do much of anything other than create a beautiful barrier between your pores, your skin, and your foundation. I have high hopes for this one. After a few hours, it looks like this. We'll see. We'll see. I'll see you guys in a few hours. I'll give you a few more hours. We are back for our final update. Girl, it is 8:30 p.m. I finished cooking. Let me just dish real quick that I made the most amazing lo mein. It was scrumptious. I made for 12. It's 8 of us and it's, oh God. Let's take a look at the skin. We're looking extra dewy. Yes, we are. But you know what? I'm not even mad at it. The coverage here is still pretty decent. It hasn't completely faded. I still think it looks decent. I need a mirror. Let me look. Okay, so it's starting to settle in this area just a smidge, but you guys, it's been hours. So I get it. I mean, I didn't necessarily expect perfection considering what it is and the whole situation. I think it, and I didn't even use a setting spray because I tend to avoid those when I'm doing wear tests. You know what? They're settling here very lightly, right? You really have to look for it to find it. And then on this side, it is nothing. The sponge side has no settling. If anything, I find during a few hours of wear, the sponge side looks so much better. Less glowy, less oily. The coverage still looks pretty normal. It's not settling in this area here. And yes, I do have a little fine line. Don't judge me. The forehead, the eyebrow, like the center of the eyebrow, it all actually looks really good. I want you guys to be able to visualize what I see. It looks like a little bit of a web on the skin is going to be here, and it's fairly small. And then in this area here, this here is like a birthmark. That acne spot from earlier, it's kind of seeping through, but it's not 100% there, so the coverage is still there. I'm just extra dewy. If I were to apply, I didn't even dip into the powder. I just wanted to see, can I mattify? Because I know so many of you guys actually powder throughout the day to mattify your skin because you have to, so I totally get it. And look, I mean, there's definitely a difference. Look at the do and the do not. Look at how I refreshed my skin and I didn't even have to dip into powder. Girl, I almost went and removed all of my makeup if it wasn't because I went like this to pick up my hair and I go, wait, I never even did my outro. Now look at the skin. I just hit the reset button really quickly. It looks so good, you know? in my opinion, the $22 are well worth it 100%. I like the formula, I like the bottle, I like the applicator, the price is just right, and it wears really well. As always, I wanna know if you've had your eye on this foundation, given that it just released this month, and if you were wondering whether or not it's worth the price point. A quick shout out to my G Squad. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel at a higher level and just showing the love that you show. I really, really appreciate it. The G Squad members are these amazing people who have chosen to hit the join button and joining my channel memberships here on my YouTube channel. And in doing so, they have unlocked extra perks like exclusive additional videos, which I just released one like I think it was yesterday. Anyway, go look for it because I released one. You get your own community page, you get a badge that lets everyone know you are a channel member, and YouTube will prioritize all of your comments under my videos. If you're ever interested in joining channel memberships, all you really need to do is hit the join button below any of my videos. YouTube is going to recommend a video here on screen they think you're really going to enjoy based on your watch history, and I will recommend a playlist on screen filled with way more beauty content. I hope you consider checking it out. I think you'll really enjoy it, and I'll see you really, really soon. Bye, guys.